We're into the new year now, and that means it is prediction time. So I wanted to do a video to show you guys my top 5 real estate predictions for 2023. But before I do that, I'd appreciate if you guys hit the like or subscribe button to help me get my content out to more people like you that want to be kept up to date in the local Fraser Valley real estate market. Mind you, there's a link below if you guys want to book a call with me to talk about real estate, whether that's a seller's consultation, a buyer's consultation, or just general questions that you might be having. Please don't hesitate to book a call below. Prediction number 1 is that we will continue to see high rental prices throughout the country. Now, just to be clear, I don't do rentals, but I do have investor clients that want to be kept up to date on what the rental market is doing, and that's why I've included this in part of my predictions for the year. Now, the reason I think that rentals are going to remain high, and we did see a large jump over the past year, is for 2 reasons. The first being that the Bank of Canada increased rates 7 times last year, and that increase had a major effect on what people were pre-approved to purchase. So when rates went up, their purchasing power went down, and as a result, they were forced to remain renters. The second reason I think that rentals are going to be in high demand going forward is the immigration rates. So in 2022, Canada received 431,000 new immigrants. That shattered the previous year's record in 2021 of 401,000 immigrants, and Canada's expecting to receive 465,000 new immigrants in 2023, which will be the highest number ever that Canada's let in 1 year. I found an article here. It's showing each province is paying for apartments. So we can see here, BC, the average 1-bedroom apartment is renting for just under $2,200 a month, and the average 2-bedroom is taking the cake here as the most expensive throughout the country, $2,800. Followed by Ontario, we can see their 1-bedrooms here and their 2-bedrooms there. Those are the rental rates. They've gone up 16% in BC year over year, and in Vancouver, they've gone up just over 24%. To be clear, I don't think that we're going to see rental prices go up as much as they did in the last year, but I don't foresee them following suit with the housing market decrease that we've seen over the last 9 months, simply due to all the demand that there are currently for rentals. Prediction number 2 is that we're going to see low supply levels throughout 2023. To have a balanced market in the Fraser Valley, we should be sitting around 6,000 active listings. Currently, as of December 2022, we're sitting just under 3,500. So we're already below where we should be in terms of the amount of supply that's on the market for potential buyers. So I've got active listings in the Fraser Valley selected, and we can see they've been on a steady decline since June. Now, just note, so there's December, just under 3,500. Note, December, historically, it's always has less supply on just because people don't want to list their home around the holidays. But when I look at new listings as well, we can see that since March of 2022, there's just been fewer and fewer to choose from. When we have low supply levels, it's kind of a standstill because then sellers are less likely to want to put their home on the market because there's a lack of inventory for them to choose from. That, and we're still having sellers that don't want to put their home on the market just because their neighbor and people in their neighborhood sold for a ton more over the last year and a half. So they're just going to kind of sit back and wait to see how things play out. As we talked about, we do have a record-breaking number of new immigrants coming to Canada. They're going to need a place to live. Yes, some of them will be renting, but there will be some that want to purchase as well. BC has always had a housing supply issue. They're building fewer homes and charging more per square foot, which just isn't helping the supply issue. Prediction number 3, and you're probably so sick and tired of hearing about it, but I have to talk about it, interest rates. So I think that interest rates are going to increase, but only 0.25 to 0.5% over 2023. So last year, the Bank of Canada increased rates 7 times. So they increased the overnight lending rate by 4%. That's something that hasn't been done since the early 1980s. Now, the Bank of Canada is going to meet 8 times as they do every year, and their next meeting is January 25th. I think rates are going to go up by 0.25% and then potentially another 0.25% just before the springtime. After that, I really really think that they're going to leave them alone and have them remain static. Inflation in Canada is currently sitting at 6.8%. That's down from the high we saw in June, just at 8%. So it has come down, which is great news, but they're targeting 1 to 3% for inflation. So we still have a long way to go. And because of that, I definitely think that rates are going to go up, unfortunately, again in 2023, but absolutely nothing to the extent that we saw in 2022. Prediction number 4 is sale prices. So I think that sale prices are going to remain quite steady. I do think they will drop just before springtime, and then I do think that they're going to ramp up again at the end of the year. I think that because I strongly believe that supply levels are going to remain low, and when that happens, when there's only so much for people to choose from, prices cannot fall substantially because there's just too much demand for them. To be clear, I do still think there's room for prices to decrease. I think that the detached market will see further decrease, but then when we start getting into the condos and townhomes, I don't believe there's going to be too much more of a price decrease. And the reason is due to affordability. There's still a lot of people, and I see it every day, that are wanting to get into their first home. They're wanting to buy an investment condo, or they're wanting to upsize from a condo to a townhome, given the amount of equity that they've made over the past year, year and a half. This is a big statement, but I'm going to say it. I don't think prices are going to fall more than 10% from now until the end of the year. So it'll be interesting to come back and watch this at the end of this year to see if I was right or how wrong I was. Prediction number 5, and my final prediction for 2023, is that we will remain in a balanced market. So a balanced market is anywhere between 3 to 5 months of inventory. If you watch my channel, you know that months of inventory measures the absorption rate. So how fast something takes to sell. So anywhere between 3 to 5 months is considered a balanced market. When you start to get into the 5.5, 6 months area, that's a buyer's market. And right now for the Fraser Valley, for all asset classes, we're sitting at 5.2 months of inventory. When we look at detached townhomes and condos, we always have different months of inventory. And the general rule is that detached sit at the highest, followed by townhomes, and finally condos. And that's due to affordability. More people are in a position to purchase condos than they are in a position to purchase a detached home. But I still think that all those asset classes are still going to sit between 3 to 5 months for 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my predictions. It'll be interesting to watch this a year from now and see how right or how terribly wrong I was. And as always, reminder, there's a link below if you guys want to book a call with me to talk about real estate, whether that's a seller's consultation, a buyer's consultation, or just general questions that you might be having. Please don't hesitate to book a call below. And reminder, I'd really appreciate if you guys hit that like and subscribe button to help me get my content out to more people like you that want to be kept up to date with the Fraser Valley real estate market. Until next time, have an awesome day, and we will talk to you soon.